I just called the tree service guys that brought some wood chips last week, and the guy said that he would bring me some more. I'm a little skeptical because I was like, do you need my address again, or does your guy that brought him last week, does he remember where the house is? And he was like, he remembers. And I was like, well, you can just give me a call or whatever. And he's like, yeah, we'll take care of you. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not going to, I just am skeptical, but maybe they will. I hope they do. This okra is getting quite tall now, which actually makes it easier to harvest because it's just easier to see things. You don't have to bend down as far. There's a squash bug on here. I don't really know what he's gonna do or if he's gonna do anything to the okra. This morning I was watching a video that I just randomly came across about grounding or earthing, and it's this idea that just by grounding our bodies to the earth, so like just walking barefoot on the earth or laying down on the earth and just putting your hands on the earth and just being literally grounded to the earth, how there's scientific research that's been done that's shown that it actually can cure all sorts of ailments, namely that it helps reduce inflammation, and inflammation supposedly is like one of the things that causes most of the ailments that we as humans face. I don't know, it's really, really interesting, but it makes a lot of sense to me in a lot of ways. I'm not really sure about all the science. I mean, the science is there, but I don't know about electromagnetism and the electrons that pass from the earth into our bodies, but I just know that from my experience, being out in nature for me has always been powerful. And it's funny because I think I mentioned before when I was talking about thunderstorms that as a kid I was scared of a lot of things, and as a kid my family and I would go camping at least once a year, and we would go out and like tent camp at campgrounds, and we'd be out in nature in the woods, and we would hike up mountains and up in the Smoky Mountains most often. And as a kid I was scared of a lot of things. I was scared of bugs, I was scared of snakes and spiders and everything, and I mean I had so many instances of bugs like flying in my ears and being stung by all sorts of things, and those things would always push me away from nature. And I still feel that today, but I also feel a strong pull to nature and a strong pull to gardening and to getting back to the earth and what the earth has to give. And so this whole idea of being grounded literally on an electromagnetic sense, it's really interesting to me. I don't think these tomatoes are growing anymore. I think they're just turning. The ones that are there on the plant are just turning red, which is fine. They're just really small. But it looks like I got 5 okra and some tomatoes. Look at this guy hiding behind the gate near the hinge. I want to see how hot the compost pile is one day after I turned it over. Okay, that's good information to know. So yesterday I tested it before I flipped it, and it was 130, and then today it's almost 150. So just from giving it some air and a little bit of water at the bottom, it is almost 20 degrees hotter than it was yesterday. So it's good to know. So I think what I'll do, just because I want to get this done faster, is next week I'm just gonna pull all this out in front and then put it back in, thus flipping it and aerating it more. Well, I just went and got compost, dirt, I'm not really sure what it is. They called it a garden mix, but we'll see. It'll be beneficial. I don't know how beneficial it'll be. Ideally, I would have compost that I made, but since the compost isn't ready and I want to plant stuff in those beds, and we went ahead and got some material to put on those beds that I made so we can plant lettuce and onions and whatever else. But as you just saw, it is raining. I don't think it's gonna last really long, so hopefully it'll clear up and the sun will come back out like it did yesterday, and then I'll get out there and start getting this out. And when the sun came out after that rain, it was so humid out here. I literally sweated so much that I had to change shirts when we got done moving all of this, whatever it is, dirt or whatever. I honestly have no idea what it is. So now we have 3 nice beds where we're gonna plant onions and cabbage and lettuce and hopefully garlic if I can get some, and whatever, and carrots. I think that's it. But before I do that, I want to transplant the cucumbers that were 2 came up in the same spot. I'm gonna transplant 1 from each of those spots so that they're not so close to each other. And hopefully I don't kill the plant in the process, but it's gonna be better in the long run if they're not so close together. I'm gonna get some of the dirt that we just put in those beds. The larva. It's a larva of some sort. I don't know what kind of bug that is, or what kind of larva that is. I don't think it's a good larva. Anyway, I'm gonna get some of the dirt from the beds that we just put in and put it in this spot. Maybe it'll be beneficial to the cucumber plant as well. I'm just gonna dig a hole here and hopefully I can get this, just one of these up without getting the other one messed up. Just lift him up. Throw them in here. Cover them with dirt. Hopefully, that is a successful transplant. Now I'm going to do the same thing one more time with these two over here. Oh, I'm going to water that in too. Even though it's already pretty wet over here, it did rain. It did rain a little bit today, but just water it in. All right, these are a little bigger. Hopefully, it'll be all right. Press this up, lift this dude up. Okay, set him in here. Cover him with dirt. Push this hay back. Ooh, there's a worm. That's good. Worm in the dirt. That is a good sign. Okay, I've decided I don't want to plant anything tonight in those new beds. I'll just do it tomorrow. But I do want to pick some lettuce and eat a salad. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm just gonna pick some lettuce and have dinner. Fresh lettuce dinner. Fresh salad dinner. I don't know how tasty this lettuce is gonna be. It looks like some of them are kind of overgrown, but should be all right. And then we've got two different varieties here, so a little bit of a mixed green salad. It'd be cool if we had some purple or red lettuce leaves too, which I will grow. I think I got some of that. I'm gonna try to grow some of that in these beds.